Welcome back, y'all. Jack Ingram here, and this is the Texas music scene. Let's now take y'all down to New Braunfels and get the 411 on the School of Rock. Owned and operated by Shannon and Cody Canada. Cody Canada teaching people things. This should be interesting.
So it started with Dirks because he had an interest in playing guitar. And, Cody taught him some basic stuff, open chords and whatnot, and he really just took to it, But then the hurdle was that he didn't have anybody to play with. Like, he didn't know any kids that wanted to come over and jam. So we started researching, or I started looking for places for him to go meet kids that had the same interest and do that kind of thing. So that's how I found School of Rock originally. I called corporate because I thought it would be a really cool thing for us to start here in New Braunfels, because obviously we're a music town. And originally they said that our market was too small and that we couldn't have one here, right? So I just hounded them for like 2 years with just data, research on the growth here and how big this community is getting and how, the median income and all of that kind of stuff. And really it took 2 years before they would take a meeting with us and then kind of get to know who we are and our background and why we were so passionate about opening a school here.
Welcome to School of Rock. We're going to go on a short little tour. First, we're going to hit up the rehearsal room. So right through this way. All right, here we have the rehearsal room. The whole band is going to get together here. This is for performance groups, which is the older kids on Mondays and Thursdays. This is where the whole band gets together, play mostly rock music, but we can really play anything here at School of Rock, Motown, anything like that. And this is going to get them ready for the stage, because that is the main aspect of School of Rock, is it's all performance-based. So this is going to be everybody as a group, 3-hour-long group lesson as a band.
On Mondays and Thursdays, whenever we have the big band rehearsals, it's really cool because we actually get to interact with each other and communicate when to stop and when to start. On the songs, the ones we've done so far are You Really Got Me by the Kinks and Satisfaction. And we've just been communicating really well. I've already made a couple really good friends.
I went to School of Rock in Flower Mound, Texas for 4 years, and I started from the very bottom. I started as a keyboardist only, and I was super nervous, super scared of being on stage, but as each season went on, I became more interested in being on stage, which is when I switched to being a vocalist. And I had no vocal experience whatsoever, but I eventually made it to be on tour with School of Rock. It's been a great experience. Here at School of Rock New Braunfels, I work the front desk, and I also act as a vocal sub teacher. So if a teacher can't make it, I will teach vocal lessons, and I also help out with the rookies and performance groups.
So School of Rock, the whole concept is performance-based music lessons. The end goal is to get these kids on stage as a group. So when you sign your kiddo up for the program, you come twice a week to see us here at the school. You get one lesson is 45 minutes, and it's private, one-on-one, just the kid and the instructor. And the second one, which is really the core of the program and the important part of the program, is that you spend 3 hours with your group or your band, the other kids that are taking the private lessons separate from you, but you come together at the end of the week because you're learning the same songs, you rehearse together, you bond, you socialize. They depend on each other. You have to practice at home, right? Because your bass player needs you to know your parts. So they tend to practice more. They tend to learn quicker because they're having fun. And then at the end of each season, they'll do a live performance, like at a local venue, not a recital, not up there with their instructor playing with them, like an actual concert.
Our technique though, because I see you're doing this.
All right, now right over here we have the individual lesson rooms, and this is where your student will be one-on-one with their teacher of their instrument of choice. These are each going to be 45-minute lessons where they'll do more detailed learning of the songs they're learning as a group. So this is, if they have any questions, stuff like that, confused about certain parts of a song, this is where they're going to ask their teacher for advice and help. This season, as we can see right here, we're doing British Invasion in the performance group. So obviously anything that comes from the UK, Beatles, the Kinks, stuff like that is what we're focusing on.
So yeah, British Invasion is our first season, and there's like certain seasons like every 4 months or so. And British Invasion is the first one. Like the bass line "Come Together" is the one that I learned, and I learned Satisfaction on bass. And it's just really new to me, and it's really cool to learn another instrument. Because when you're a bassist, you're gonna have like a bunch of other gigs because there's not a lot of bassists out there.
Over here we have another rehearsal room. This is gonna be the rookies. So these are the younger kids, and they're gonna be learning foundations of music, so learning to count beats and percussion, boom whackers, stuff like that, to get them ready to be a future musician.
Dirks and Willie were interested in music, and they were listening to, Fogerty and Seeger and Pearl Jam and STP, turned into Metallica and all, stuff that most kids aren't listening to, that they go to school with or that they have extracurricular activities with. And they were just having trouble finding that connection with other kids. Cody, growing up, was obviously drawn to music, and stories from him throughout our marriage of him being that kid that's alone in the bedroom with your guitar, and everybody thinks like you're the odd kid and they're not really sure about you, and they don't pick you for their teams, and just kind of that outcast feeling. And I didn't want them to have that. I wanted to nurture the passion as far as saying, you might not play baseball, but you're a really good guitar player. So I wanted them to have that available to them as an activity outside of school, because even in school they don't teach music anymore.
School of Rock has built up so much in me. It's basically brought out an entirely new person. Before I was so shy, I didn't really talk to anybody, kind of sat in the corner. Within literally a week, I was a completely different person, started making so many friends, not only at School of Rock, but at school. So it's helped me leaps and bounds tremendously in every single aspect. Every single person in my band was also in School of Rock. So we all met each other at School of Rock and decided hey, School of Rock has kind of prepared us to be on stage, kind of taught us so many lessons that we need to know for being an actual band out in the real world. So that's kind of how that started, which is a really cool aspect of School of Rock, because it not only teaches you how to play an instrument, but it also teaches you how to manage a band, how to, act on stage, song choice, you name it. It helps you with everything.